everyone, welcome back. It is time for another episode of Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. This is Season 5, Episode 14, which translates to Episode 592 probably, as far as I know. But hello, welcome. If this is your first time joining us, go back and watch all of the episodes. We'll wait. This is our homebrew fantasy epic that we have been running for the past 6 years. It has been a long time coming, and today we're going to do a little bit of gardening. We're going to plant a god. It is going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you are excited for it. Before we begin, though, hi everybody, I'm Kelly. I'm your Dungeon Master here. I use he and him, and I am very excited to be doing horrible things to these players tonight. Kat, you've missed a lot, and I can't wait to see the look on your face when some of it transpires. But I can't subject myself to horrible things. I probably could, but I'm going to subject these players to some horrible events. Why don't we go ahead and start with Kat? Hi, Kat. How you doing? Who are you?
Hi, I am Kat. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I am playing Aesyn Rightwing. She is our half-elf Gloomstalker Ranger.
Phantasmic. Next to that, I'm going to give it to the one with the high pony. Hi, Winter. Hi, pony girl.
Yeah, no, that's like, I've been loving Chapel Roan for the last few months. So I'm just like, yeah, I can get onto that. So, hi, I am Winter. I play Mars, the Tiefling Rogue, and so excited to get my hands dirty into some dirt and soil and get some gardening on, y'all.
Get some gardening on. It's really helpful when you have somebody who can control the forces of gravity, though. Hi, Robin.
Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my character, Stardust, who is a astral graviturgy wizard of the group.
I'm so impressed with our chat for this game, by the way. If you're not watching live, Trezelta's in the chat, and he just says, what kind of fertilizer do you use for a god? And without a beat, Brando goes, Miracle Grow. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Actually killed me. I actually had to pull myself out of game for a moment to comment on that. So thank you, Brando. You are amazing. Next, let's go to Amy. Hi, Amy.
No, that's me. Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. And I play Tia Armstrong, who also uses she, her, or they, them, and is a half orc, or part orc, part elf, part human, just half orc. Druid, Circle of the Moon.
Phantasmic.
Definitely not the monarch of anything.
Not the monarch of anything. The monarch of Sleepy Town is Christine.
Boy, that's rude.
Are you not? Were you deposed?
You don't need to call me out like that. We're all tired.
I know, but I was calling you a princess. A sweepy princess. Anyway, hey, how's it going, Christine? You're up.
I don't know. But hello, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Malia Sunsworn, our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela.
All right, folks. We're going to be starting in just a minute, but first, what I'm going to say is that the character's last episode took a long rest, so watch this. There we go. Now it's Fadia again. Boom. All right, so we're just going to do that so I don't forget to do it in play. Next, apparently we're on episode 134, so that's only...
According to my
average,
potentially dubious math.
That's only...
We'll say that...
We'll say there's
3.5 hours?
We'll say there's 3.5 hours per episode. I'm 134. It's only 469 minutes divided by 60. That's only, man, that math didn't check out. Hold on. 3.5 times 134 divided by 60. No, divided by 24. That's how we do it. So that's only 19.5 days of gameplay.
I was going to say, if you're going to try and get minutes, you'd multiply by 60, not divide.
I realize that now. I realize that now. So it's only 20 days. We're not One Piece yet. But if you want to segue, I'm very sleepy. It's a Sunday. We don't normally run on Sundays. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But if you want to be a hero like these folks, I suggest you go to Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is your one-stop shop for tea, for dice, for everything nice. You can go get the dog just fell off the couch. That's fine. At least this time he learned to do it on a big lump of blankets. So, wait, have we actually reached One Piece in runtime?
We are 2 days longer than One Piece.
Suck it, One Piece!
So I just added up
movies.
all of the playlist counts plus what episode we're up to now. We have 145 episodes of Shards.
Oh.
According to YouTube.
Yeah, I think that includes the intros or like the story so far and like chat sessions probably.
Those count.
Did we have many chat sessions though?
I have like one a season usually. All right. So congrats to everybody who's watched a full. Bookwyrm Games, go support them. They support us. And if you support them supporting us, then we feel supported, and so do they. They also are a fantastic sponsor. So go check them out. Use code DorkTales. You'll save 15% on anything you buy on their website. And pro tip, if you go to a convention that Bookwyrm Games is at and you say, "Psst, code DorkTales," they'll give you 15% off in person. Yeah, they're really swell that way. So I think that you should go do that, and you should also go to Kelowna Comic-Con and Odafest in Calgary, because look, everybody on screen, look to the left, look to the right. Everyone you see is going to be at Kelowna Comic-Con. There you go. And look to the left, look to the right. Everybody except for Winter and Kat are going to be at Odafest. So, you know. And who knows, they might even show up too. I can't stop them.
No, but I'm pretty busy.
You're pretty busy. You should go to Odafest though. You'd really like it. It's a really good convention. All right, and according to the current check inside of our chat, it is 19.54 days straight. So what I got to do real quick is go 19.54 divided by, or multiplied by 3. So if you, or not drive, yeah, hold on. How would it work? 19.5, so 19.5 days. Yeah, that's right. 19.554 on a 24-hour scale times 3 would be 58 normal working shifts. And if you divide that by 5, it would take you 11 weeks of full-time work to go through Shards. 11 weeks, almost 12 weeks. So it would take you 3 months of 8-hour shifts to watch Shards.
So that's your probation period.
Yeah, it's your probation period.
Unless you watch on 1.5 times, which is an acceptable speed to watch and listen and understand things at.
Except the episodes with Carrion. Usually those tend to be ones you really want to relish. Speaking of which, y'all ready to do some role-playing on some Dungeons and Dragons? All right, let's do it. Last time on, well, I guess Kat doesn't know what happened last time, so let's jump back a little bit. Following your encounter with the dragons there at the Fall of Valimar, you regrouped. You made your way back toward the camp of Red and Gold after recharging your energies at the Temple of the Three Goddesses, or the Crossway of the Gods. The Causeway of the Gods, I should say. There you discovered that the death of Omesh, the god of agriculture, had lingering effects across Ylos as things began to rot in the fields and bread began to stale, agriculture began to grind to a halt. Starvation seemed imminent. As you went back, Farah proposed an idea for you, using the ancient energies located inside of the death spot of Tralion, the former god of elves who died several thousand years ago during the Dragon War. She posited that his god fount could be used to jumpstart what remained of Omesh's corpse, his severed head. To do so, you'd have to travel into the Feywild. However, before you could do so, upon reuniting with Farah, you were immediately attacked by the Fangs of Hisk, the goddess of murder, child of Omesh and Bitrus, the goddess of cities. The battle was hard fought. And as it began, 3 of you were plunged into the Feywild by an errant spell from the Chosen One. And that is where we're going to be picking up today with Aesyn. Aesyn. There is a blur of motion, a swoop, a pull, and then the feeling of transportation. Warp check. Warp warp. Am I warping?
Not anymore.
Warp warp. Wish we could do that before the stream. Aesyn, there is a sense of equilibrium that falls from you. And as it does, I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to make me a survival check.
$26.
26. You go ass over tea kettle as you plunge through this, swept through a portal by the momentum of Beepo and Tia. You feel the ground impact you. As you tumble into a clearing in the Feywild, you recognize that type of topography immediately. The strange pink and blue trees, the flowing river of salmon of doubt, crossing the skyline beneath a cornucopia of stars. But as you hit the ground, it yields for you. Unlike your allies who strike the ground and roll, preparing to encounter whatever comes through the portal, you hit the ground and sink in. It yields like rotting meat. You feel the scrape of ribs and the needle of feather tips as you fall. Everything around you smells like rot. Everything around you smells like blood and marrow and all of the forgotten parts left to scavengers. You tumble, falling through this Icarus slime, until you touch down. It gives way suddenly, enough that it makes your stomach jerk. And you hit the ground inside of an ancient cell. The area around you smells of age. The walls are made of ancient green stone, slightly translucent, almost like glass. You would not be able to see any color were there not a single sconce glowing ahead of you with a perpetual flame spell. You are going to immediately realize where you are. You are once again in the basements beneath the ancient elven city. However, this is different this time. You are deeper inside of that cell, that pit. You are in something of a labyrinth. A spiraling corridor with a curving central stairwell. around you, you can see that there are a number of cells, the doors open. Ancient webs cling to the corners. And you can hear the tittering of spiders, far too large to be anything that you'd want to encounter. What do you do?
She's gonna start, I guess, looking for a way out.
Sure. The door ahead of you is open.
She's gonna go check it out. She's gonna be moving pretty, probably fairly slowly and cautiously, because this is the Feywild after all. And she's definitely gonna be preferring the darker areas.
Oh, there's nothing but dark down here, so that'll be pretty easy for you. Make me a stealth check if you're trying to. And I do remember that as a Gloomstalker, you are functionally invisible.
Yes. Ooh. Stealth. Where are we? Oh, Jesus, plus 12. 7 plus 2 is 9. 29.
Nice. Stepping ahead, you are going to be able to see out, and you can see that there is that sconce directly in front of you. Basically, you walk to the edge of this cell that you're in. Once upon a time, this was probably either a holding cell or maybe a dormitory of sorts. But as you glance forward, you'll see that all of the beds have long since rotted away inside of these rooms. At the edge of the cell, you can see that if it is a dormitory, it's one that you never would have liked to be inside of. The walls are raked with... Give me an investigation roll, actually, if you'd like to look around.
That's gonna be a... God, math is really, really hard tonight. Holy smokes. 16.
16? There are long gouges across the walls. And as you walk forward, creeping, you realize that you are functionally alone here. Aside from these large spiders, palm-sized or greater, that are moving in the shadows, keeping their... well, they don't notice you. You can see a large butterfly that's made its way down here, perhaps as a caterpillar, ensnared in a web that stretches across the stairwell some 30 feet ahead of you. A spider with a translucent abdomen, the glowing, swirling, bloody mass inside of its abdomen, much like, say, a lava lamp. Gingerly plucks and feeds on the creature. The butterfly has the face of a human, and it struggles, weeping openly. But as you're around the corner, you will see that there are these gouges in the walls, and as you investigate them, you can touch them or not, it's your call, but you will notice that there are gouges that come in fours, about the same spacing apart, well, a bit larger than your hands. They might have been around the size of Xeno's or a bit larger, but not Aesyn. Aesyn's hands are too tiny by comparison. But it looks like claw marks.
Do I have any sense on what might have made that?
Something.
Or is it just claw marks?
It's very deep claw marks. With a 16, I'd say it could be a number of things.
And I guess the question is,
Actually, roll with
How recent
advantage.
do these look? Okay.
Oh, very long. Very long.
Oh,
So
okay.
give me one more dice on that one, actually.
That is going to be a plus,
Does it go above 16?
plus 9. Yeah, it goes over 20.
As you hold
It's
out
like
your
a 22.
hand, you will flash back to the scene of carnage down inside of the temple where you first encountered Wanderlust, where you fought that beholder creature, where you saw the flashbacks of the Dragon War and the battle with Kellen Zarnak. There is a large table, circular, down behind you. The corridor stretches from it, with these cells spoking off of it, over to that stairwell with the giant spider. But it appears that at the other end of the hall, there is an immense council chamber room. Which way are you headed?
She's going to head towards the council chamber room.
The door is partly closed. You'll have to push it open to enter.
She will.
Okay. It will creak against its ancient foundation as it does, grinding against generations of dust. There's a bit of resistance. If you want to push it open, can you just make me a strength check, please?
$13.
Okay. Putting your shoulder into the door to push it open, this ancient door will grind. And you will start to hear the sound that is not dissimilar from a mortar and pestle. And that's when you realize that something has gotten stuck under the door. The motion that you are putting behind it is going to start to pulverize whatever's there. As you pause, do you glance behind the door?
Yes.
An elven skeleton has fallen to the floor behind the door, its hand and arm trapped beneath it, turned to bone meal as you push it. And that's when you get...
Is it just... Oh,
Please.
sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I was
No.
going to say, is there just a single door or is it like a double door?
It's like a double door, but one of them is like basically one's shut and one's cracked, and you kind of went, "Eh." And
Okay.
it was behind the opened one.
Okay.
As you push that door open enough for you to slide through, which is a bit easier than it would have been the last time you were in this location. And it was the Temple of Ishar that I'm speaking of before. The name escaped me momentarily. As you look into this room, you're going to see that it is an immense table, about 30 feet wide. However, it is not complete. There is a space in the center where it is almost like a pair of semicircles, so that someone could walk into the center where there is an open circle inside of it to present to those around it. There are 12 chairs facing it, with a 13th at the head. And in each one of those seats sits the corpse of an elf. Can you make me a perception roll, please?
Yes, of course. That's going to be an 8 plus 11 is a 19.
19. Can you do me one more favor? Can you make me a religion roll, please?
Yes, I can.
Is that a nat one?
It's a nat 20 on my trans dice for my religion check.
Perfect. Your religion is being trans. Enjoy. As you take a step inside of this chamber, you will see that each of these elves has a deep gouge mark. Some of them have had their ribs shattered open, their ancient ceremonial armor now useless. But each one of them was wearing the armor of a Gloomstalker. Every one of them. Now, whether there's no standardized armor for the Gloomstalkers even back then, but some of them are wearing destroyed cloaks that were once made of Displacer Beast hide, others the skinning of a cloaker. Some made of fungal leather taken from the deepest areas of the Underdark. And each one of them dead. But the one in the 13th seat, the one that stares directly at you as you enter the room, is holding an ornate dagger built from the bone of, well, the handle looks like it was carved from the bone of, let's be charitable and say that perhaps it was a halfling. But we know that it is not the thigh bone of a halfling. The blade is wicked and curved, and the man in the 13th seat plunged it into his own throat, so deep that it fused with the vertebrae, and holds him erect inside of his seat even now, as it plunged into the back of the headrest. I will say the dagger, fancy as fuck.
Okay. Sorry, go.
I was going to say, as you look around, you are going to see that this room has had no damage occur to it. It is pristine aside from the age, although the door has gouge marks in it. There's no damage to the room itself, no fire, no cold, nothing, aside from the spilling of blood and the murder of those who were sat in these seats. And it is then that you see on the floor, in that central standing place, the symbol of the Carrion Queen.
She's going to wander up. She wants to take a look at the bodies individually.
Sure.
And how old does this all look?
Thousands of years.
That's what I was thinking.
If you touch them, they will crumble like over-dried parchment. But if you want to make me a medicine check or an investigation check to kind of investigate the bodies, you may.
That's a nat 20 investigation.
Holy
so
shit.
29 total.
29 total.
Oh no, this isn't on my trans dice. This was on one of my other dice. But yeah, 29 total.
No. 29 total. As you look at each one of these, you are going to see that blood still stains the stone in front of each of these. none of these priests, gloomstalkers, whatever they were, struggled. None of them fought back. They sat there with their eyes shut. And as you look around, you are going to see that each of the ones around the 12 seats was killed in a very similar way. Something reached in and plucked their hearts from their still breathing chests. You can see the desiccated remains of what fell out. This huge gouge ripped them open like a stuck pig, and their entrails fell to the floor, where they still remain, like ancient dried rope. Now, are you walking around the circle, or are you walking kind of through the center to get like a front row look?
She was gonna go around the edge, and then she was gonna go up the center, to the. Is it a sigil on the floor?
There's a sigil on the floor, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's the Carrion Queen sigil on the floor. She's gonna go take a look.
Okay. As you approach it, there will be a flutter above you. And suddenly the room will be full of black shapes. Crows flood into the room. Dozens of them. And then dozens of dozens, hundreds of them, flood into the room, filling it. There is nothing but the whip of feathers for a moment. All around you, you are going to start to hear this horrible sound. The sound of ancient flesh parting. There's no way that it can be as juicy as it is. And as the feathers clear, the birds vanish from your view. Looking around, you can just catch sight of feathers vanishing into the empty chest cavities of each of these dead elves.
Perception?
Please.
What is going on here?
Please, make me a perception roll.
Jesus Christ!
Do you get another nat 20?
I did!
Okay, well, there's your luck for
That's
the night.
gonna be a 31! These are on 3 different dice!
Oh my god, that's amazing. You are going to have a front row seat to the sight of 12 crows climbing into the ripped open chests of 12 of these dead elves. And the horrible crunching noise as they climb and crawl and burrow into those cavities. And as you are looking around, you will not be surprised as one of them stands up behind you. You wear a different form today, but you are still my servant, the corpse says in a woman's voice.
A couple things have changed since the last time I was here.
Your oath has not changed.
I know. I haven't
And
forgotten
yet,
about it.
You have not forgotten, and yet one of the bodies in front of you jerks up. And yet you have been close to your prey and have let them walk unmolested by your blade. Another stands up to your right this time, its head lolling bonelessly where the throat, well, where the neck had broken with age. Where is the blood of the one named Farah? Why has her heart not been served to me, right wing? Perhaps I should take your blood. Perhaps I should take your heart. One says directly behind you. And you are going to feel the sharpest fingernails trace down the skin of your neck, down over your breast, and dig in around the ribs over your heart. And that's when you're going to realize they are not fingernails, but the sharpened bones of this skeleton's hand. I could take your heart right now, like I took theirs.
Yes.
Who do you worship? Aesyn right wing.
You.
You have done very well.
Thank you.
Those dragons have dwelt beyond for too long. And by your hand, you have allowed them to return to Ylos. What a clever girl. What a lucky girl. You have created your own game preserve. You have unleashed a world of prey. And I've seen you pick through them with that pathetic little toy. She scoffs, gesturing a rotted chin toward Radiance on your back, your laser rifle.
It's served me well and up to now.
A relic of old Illyria will not serve you forever. It is capricious. It does not love the elf in you.
What do you suggest?
Find something more to your liking. Toys are good. I would fashion a bow from the heartstrings of a dragon. Were I you? I would make the expanse of the bow from its bone. And I would plunge deep within. An arrow, a bolt, a beating heart of venom. The dragons will assemble. Aesyn right wing. There are things afoot. You will kill Theramina Azal. But I give you pause. Follow her. Be her friend, or whatever she requires. For the way that she walks now, many more dragons will follow. I would have you kill the thief in red. Do this, and I will tell you where the last eye is hidden. And you may... The bones rattle next to your ear, and you may claim the last part of your quest. I will tell you where the eye of my lover Nyrn lies. I imagine that your friends would love to know the final resting place of the brave gnome.
Yes. This thief in red. You want me to kill them as well?
The line of Zarnak must not survive.
That will
His
be difficult.
Good. You will suffer. And you will bleed and you will ache, Aesyn Rightwing, at my pleasure. But in return, you will live to hunt forever as my right wing.
And if I need to contact you or talk to you,
are you not self-sufficient enough?
I am. I just don't hear from you as much as some of the others hear from their patrons.
You will hear from me as often as you deserve. But if you truly need me, cut the innards from a beast and leave it as an offering on the highest point. If it be succulent enough, and if it squirm enough before it finishes its good death, I may come to you.
Thank you. I think those dragons are going to be coming here soon
Yes.
as well.
They wish to do what they attempted so long ago. They wished to murder me. But not even the sealing spells that they cast upon Eyes of Nyrn could keep one such as I bound. Poor Carrion, arrogant to the end. Will you be so arrogant, Aesyn?
No.
Let us hope not.
So Farah and the Thief in Red.
And every other scaled beast between you. them. It will be an easy task for one such as you. And when the time is right, and the blood has been spilled, and you have achieved your prize, the skeleton's fingers will slide down your breastbone, over the bump of your abdomen, and will come to a rest lower. You will rebirth my clergy. And there's an explosion of feathers around you. And you are going to find yourself standing in the shadow of that ancient temple that you ventured into the last time you were here. The mark on your arm is burning. And you can hear the sound of people playing music nearby. You can hear the sound of laughter. You're inside of the city of Islanor. It is night. A wagon, pulled by a pair of centaurs, is trying to hawk goods to a number of Canine. There are fires. There are a number of absolutely just pleasant things around here, as well as Lady Marine's central tent, the massive one. And nearby, hiding in the shadows as you are, you're going to hear the sound of someone walking over. Oh, what a night. Right next to you, a 4-foot-tall terrier Canine is going to put a hand up against the wall, undo their breeches, and lift a leg about 2 feet from you against the wall of this ancient building.
Can I back away?
Yeah, you totally can back away.
Without alerting anyone?
Sure, make me a stealth check.
Can I stealth check to be like not peed on by a dog?
Oh yeah, totally. He's not a dog. He's a dog man. There's a difference.
A good point. To be not peed on by a dog man.
And aren't you virtually invisible too?
She is invisible, but she's not undetectable because he is a dog man. Smeller of the Aesyn. Well, I rolled a 19 and a nat 1, and I'm drunk, so I think you got away.
Okay, perfect. She wants to keep an eye on what's happening here.
Sure. Make me one more perception roll.
Perfect. She doesn't really want to interact with anybody just yet. She's still trying to process what the heck just happened. Second perception check is going to be a 25.
25. Looking around, you're going to see that Islanor is just as in bad shape as it was the last time you were here. The buildings are completely run down. This is a ruin of its former place. However, a number of the buildings have been retrofitted. About 7 years of reconstruction directly around Lady Marine's tent have occurred. A lot of the old buildings have been, in the immediate vicinity at least, have been reconstituted, patched up, or otherwise repurposed. In fact, one massive town hall has been converted into a building called... Nope, that's not it. What was the name of the, what did I call it last episode, guys? Do you remember? With Bark and Barrel? I think it was Bark and Barrel. So the Bark and Barrel Tavern, where you can hear the sound of some music being played inside, as well as the sound of joking, dancing, and playing. Would anybody have not gone straight to sleep and gone out drinking?
I think the last time, well, We had a bit of a short rest, I think, in the middle of our last session.
You did. So timeline-wise, this is after last game. So Aesyn has had some time dilation. And Aesyn, you do count as having a long rest. But this is after everything that happened last episode, and once people went to bed. So I think Malia and Fadia, I think, went straight to bed because both of you were really badly drained. And I think,
oh yeah, my temp HP is down from that previous fight. Fadia is
but you're Fadia now, so that's good.
But at the same point, I think Malia was also going to like organize watches.
Yeah, Fadia's also would want to be woken up at some point to take watch over the head because she's very invested in this.
Of course. Well, why don't we go ahead and do a quick roll for seeing who is up right now. So what I'm going to do is first watch. Let's do timeline wise. So after first watch, it has been we're in the middle of second watch. So who would be part of second watch?
Possibly Tia.
So Tia, would you be staying in the tent, or would you be going out to check around the local area?
I think she wants to stay pretty central to the tent and their allies.
Sounds good. Okay, so Aesyn, what are you doing then? So you can see that there is a tavern nearby. There's also Lady Marine's tent, which you remember being like a TARDIS. It's huge on the inside, has tons of different like corridors, sleeping areas, and so on. I would say that right now there are more canine here than you have ever seen. In the immediate surrounding area, you can pick out over a dozen of them just on patrol.
She is...
You know what? We get a 25, right?
Yeah.
As you are skulking through the shadows, you are going to take a peek around. And in the corner of the bark and barrel, where you were still hiding in the shadow, invisible to all who would pass, someone is going to exit the door right next to you. The dress is long and red. It clings to her tail and legs. Her blonde hair is pulled back in a series of braids. But it has never been anything shorter than calf length in your memory. Farah steps out of the bar, sipping a glass of, well, a tankard of mead, and looks up at the sky. Oh boy. Your forearm throbs. The mark burns, Aesyn. She is 5 feet from you. What do you do?
Does she look like she's gonna say anything?
Nope.
Or is she just standing?
She's just standing there, like looking up at the sky, kind of taking it in. The sky is lovely, purple. There are constellations that are not actually constellations in the sky. You'll realize that they are some type of strange firefly dancing above.
Now, am I in the... I'm in the bushes right beside
You're
the
basically
exit, right?
just like under the awning in the shadow, but in shadow you're invisible.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
So no, you're not like being a creepy perv in the bushes going. I mean, you could. I'm not gonna tell you do what to do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you have another one of those? And she's
God,
gonna step out.
fucking hell! Where have you been?
It's a long story.
It's always a long story with you. Shit. No, you can just have this. You look like hell.
I feel like hell, actually.
Where the hell did you go?
I ended up in the temple, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you ran off with Beepo.
No, I ended up somewhere in a temple and somewhere in the here, and then I just ended up back here, I guess.
Well, come back. And she's going to pass you the mead and reach forward and hug you. I was worried. I thought you were, like, dead.
No, but you can only try so hard, right?
I wouldn't try. I'd succeed. You'd be dead.
Well,
I'm glad you didn't get eaten by one of those fangs. So we're going to try to bring the god back to life as soon as possible. Everybody's sleeping in Marine's tent. I snuck out to get a pint. Did you know the meat comes in pints?
They don't know that I'm here yet either.
Do you want it to stay that way? Are you being conspiratorial?
Well, I saw you, and
Of course, I'm the life of the party. How would you not see me?
of course. And I just wasn't ready to go virgin on them yet.
Fair. The Canine are dancing. Do you want to go dancing? I probably shouldn't
like
drink
that.
anymore anyway.
That's okay, I can. Let's dance.
Sounds good. Let's go. And she'll grab your arm and drag you inside of the bark and barrel and proceed to try to dance. Let's go ahead and give me just a dance roll real quick as we fade to the next morning.
It's such a change in atmosphere.
Welcome to
That's-
Whiplash Trauma Edition.
Literally me typing the dissonance between the two scenes of like we're like depressed in a tent and then Aesyn and Farah are dancing. It's hilarious.
What am I
Hey!
adding to this? Dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity. We can do dex and athletics or dex and performance. Do a performance check with dex.
Performance check with Dex is gonna be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Dex check with her is going to be a 6. So, you're
Aesyn used to
definitely...
be a noble man. She can lead Farah through a dance.
Okay. Well, we're going to fade out as you guys go and have a fun time dancing before the sky begins to once again turn to a shade of blue. And that is when we are going to cut to the next morning. Or relative time, anyway, because, hey, it's the Feywild. Who knows? The next morning, you all assemble. Having rested up, Fadia is going to awaken feeling great. And like she remembers her name again. It's going to be great. The same happens with Beepo and Catamus and anybody else who took damage from one of the fangs of Hisk. Your hit points are going to be restored after the long rest, and you are once again completely healed.
Yay, I miss that feeling.
Right? We cut to the smell of cooking fires out on the street outside of the actual tent. The smell of porridge and bacon, and the smell of burning roast. What type of animal it is, it's anyone's guess. It's the Feywild, so we're going to say that it is a stag with a 15-point rack, each of which has a doubt trout dangling from it, where it was trying to use its own antlers as fishing tackle before it was shot in the face.
Ugh.
A canine is slowly cranking it over a spit. This dog person is wearing a hairnet, a face net, arm nets. He's very furry. He's a golden retriever, and is just slowly working the spit. One by one, each of you in your tent rooms, a canine will knock on your door and tell you that breakfast is waiting outside. The Lady Marine will be
yay.
speaking with you shortly.
Can I get a doggy bag?
I suppose you probably could. Do you want room service?
No, I just am not very hungry right now.
Yeah, of course you can always take it to go, but it is rude not to finish what's in front of you. Don't be one of those bad dogs that leaves food in their bowl to get stale.
That, I don't know, maybe it's different customs in canine, but that can lead to like a lot of eating disorders in like humanoids typically as a child growing up. You may
It sounds
want to-
rough.
But yeah, it's very rough.
Fear not, we are here to help. So, what you need to do then is just request a doggy bag from Rex. Rex is your what's the word I'm thinking of here? Your chef.
Thank
He's
you,
a good
I
boy.
will.
And I am Paul Norif. I am your
It's a little toy poodle.
canine. I am your not Scottish. I am your I guess we could say butler. I buttle from time to time. I have been known to, at least.
Does everybody head out to grab some food?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Am I in the same tent? Did I end up in the same tent, or did I
You
end
absolutely
up?
could. You
Yeah.
absolutely could. So what I want to say about this tent is that basically there's a central chamber inside of the tent that is about the size of, say, like a small circus tent. However, there are a number of side corridors lead off of it. From the outside, this is a tent about the size as like a bandstand. Is kind of what I'm thinking. It's about the size of a barn. However, the inside of the tent is about the size of 2 or 3 football fields, sectioned off into smaller chambers and rooms like a Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. The ground is covered in plush draperies and carpets that crunch under your feet and remain perpetually clean. One by one, you will all be summoned out to grab some food. There are picnic tables set up, as well as a number of creatures kind of grazing around the local area. You'll see that nearby, in a small caged pen, are a series of creatures that appear to be like 2-foot-long rabbits, each appointed with a full set of horns, like a deer. And as you are exiting, one of them is going to look up, raise its nose, wiggle slightly, and with a loud shit out an egg. One of the canine will start collecting these multicolored eggs from these jackalopes. We'll have omelets if you're looking for any later. We can't eat these ourselves, but if you'd like, Miss Mars, if you'd like one of these eggs, they are fresh and they're quite good while they're still warm. Would you like some in your beverage?
How large are the eggs?
The eggs are about, so let's see, the jackalopes are about this long, so I'm going to say the eggs are about the size of a duck egg.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take 2 sunny side up.
It doesn't quite, I'm just, bring me one of those mugs, please. And this beagle will climb out of the pen. This is a delicacy. Lady Marine likes this quite a bit, but we can't have this, unfortunately. It's bad for our digestion. And as one of the chefs is going to hand you like a big mug that says Dog Daddy on it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
As it goes over to you, he's going to crack the egg, and this really runny, soupy chocolate mess is going to flood your mug.
It's chocolate.
Is that what it is?
Chocolate?
I
It
know
makes
that
sense that would hurt your stomach.
it's
your
not
tummy.
good for us. Lady Marine doesn't let us have it,
No.
but it smells good.
Yeah, still don't. Don't be tempted.
Mm-hmm.
I will take a swig.
It's like surprisingly sweet. Like this isn't like cacao. Like this is like milk chocolate.
Okay. All right.
It's very liquid after they're freshly laid, but they do solidify over time.
Do you have any booze?
Yes, of course. Do you need the hair of the dog? Eh?
Just saying, this would go so well as a very boozy drink.
I still probably can't have it.
I know, I'm so sorry. But I can.
I'll get you whiskey, rum.
Just get yourself a good cleric and then just have one on standby.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do it
Let's
frequently, though.
do a
Yeah,
rum.
definitely.
I can get you a rum, absolutely. I'll have it for you in just a moment. And the
Thank you.
beagle will shuffle off to go do that, leaving a small basket of these chocolate eggs at your feet.
Okay, I have to try one of these.
It is really good.
All right. And as you were saying that nearby, you are going to see that the entire menagerie has come out. Aesyn has been summoned out and has made it here. She walks in last after everyone else has joined the sit-around at one of these picnic benches. The food has been served up. Grits with long strips of fatty bacon charred within an inch of its life and seasoned with a maple applewood smoke. There are bits of deer jerky and venison steaks served next to these chocolate yolks and kind of a mole sauce, really, as well as fresh ground corn tortillas to use as serving instruments. And a beagle is going to be pouring a bunch of rum into Mars's coffee mug as Aesyn is going to step out of the tent. Kind of smeepy, I'm going to say. Well, I guess not smeepy anymore, but kind of that, you know?
She's definitely not at her full charisma yet.
So.
Aesyn?
Hi.
He's gonna turn and
When
look.
the fuck did you get here?
What she said.
Last night.
And you didn't. Why didn't you come see us? We've been like worried sick that you died.
I got distracted.
Sorry, we went out dancing.
Ah.
What she said.
Okay. We have to plant a god and hopefully not starve our people. All of our people back home. Okay. Glad you're safe, though.
This feels like a situation we should be praying to somebody, but who do we pray with, too, about planting a god to make a god not be dead?
I don't know.
Malia, do you say anything as
Malia?
you look down at your grits?
What?
What god do you pray to plant a god successfully to revive a god?
Especially a god of planting.
Mm-hmm.
I would think probably a good one. You hear over your shoulder.
Malia, you've changed! You look
over
like
here.
Adamus.
What?
Hi! And over their shoulder, we're going to focus and you're going to see a figure with kind of darkly tanned skin. Well, darkly tanned like Caucasian skin. Slitted cat's eyes, a blunt bob. Dressed in a purple robe. Hi! The cleric, Zerthus, grins at you over a plate of grits.
What?
Yeah, probably that one.
Pray to...
Chaos.
Okay. Yeah,
I
okay.
guess pray to
Praise
that makes
chaos.
sense. Yeah, I guess so.
Does it feel like inviting more...
Can't.
Yeah,
I don't
sure,
know.
let's go with praise chaos. And soft for good measure.
Why soft?
Because I'm a druid and I deal with some natural things.
You're a
And if I'm going to be praying to one god, I don't want to piss off my own.
I don't think she cares. They care. It cares.
I don't know either, but we've never really talked. So...
Fair. So how's everything been? It's been years. You're new. Enchanté, mademoiselle. Miss Stardust, is it not?
I met you in Mirage.
Oh, that was you. You look different. You've changed something. Hair?
Yeah. No.
Sold your soul?
No. Saved a city. I got the robe back. I did get the robe back from Mirage.
It's the outfit. It's the fashion. It absolutely is. But you're right. I did see you in Mirage. Forget what we were doing in Mirage. But hey, congratulations. I did catch your show, actually. Congratulations, Miss Sunsworn. You died, but only for a minute. That's pretty good. It's better than the alternative. Mars, looking good. Don't mind me. I just wanted to say hi. I'm very excited to see what you're doing here.
We're planting a god?
Mhm.
Not
I
start
mean-
the world?
Fix things
We
a
always
bit?
know something interesting is about to happen when you're here.
Yeah, why are you
She says with a smile and a wink.
here?
I'm
Not
just
that
here
I
to
don't like that, but...
I go wherever there's excitement and adventure, and usually that takes me kind of near you all. Funny that. It's like our
Okay,
fates
that
are
checks.
intertwined.
Huh.
Any advice or just here to watch the show? No judgment otherwise. Just wondering.
Honestly, I feel like I've been here for 134 performances. But maybe
Huh?
more, who knows. I would say have fun. May the best team win. Don't take any wooden nickels, and I don't know, I've never planted a god before. What's it going to be like? It's going to be so interesting. Is it the same god? Is it a sapling?
I wonder if it's going to be instantaneous or if it's going to also take time.
Oh, that would be
Or
very
really
natural
unfortunate.
hope
growth.
it doesn't take time because,
So,
Will we need to
We don't
water it?
know.
And with
I
what?
thought that was the point of planting it in the god fount.
And
Yeah.
for the- okay.
it feeds it the magic god magic.
God magic
Something
magic
like that.
juice.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Great.
Probably full of
Hmm.
electrolytes or something.
It's what plants crave.
Exactly.
And planted
In the
gods.
Feywild, maybe? Yeah.
Mm. Have you tried the grits?
sooner
They're
we
great.
do
It's
this.
so fortunate to be in the Feywild. The food isn't affected by the deadhead.
I'm literally so nervous that I could throw up, so I'm gonna wait until after we plant the head and then eat.
I can't. It's too easy.
What?
But
What?
I was gonna say, don't worry. A little head never hurt anybody. In fact, it might make your day.
I mean, fair
just-
enough.
Go do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've eaten enough. Tia has beaten barely anything.
Aesyn is eating everything in front of her.
Malia is eating heartily.
Nice, Aesyn. Someone is going to plop down next to you, and one sec. I have to send something to you.
Okay.
Because I don't think you saw this photo last episode. So a man is going to plop down next to you. His shirt slightly open at the chest, revealing a thatch of strong, very like auburn hair. He's wearing like a giant wizard's hat that is kind of having its own breakfast. Think like the sorting hat from the show that we don't talk about. Kind of chewing to itself as he's spooning grits into it. And with long cascading red hair, is going to... I realize that I don't think I actually had Beepo on the screen here. So hold on. I summon Beepo to you. There we go. So this hunk sits down next to you and goes, Aesyn, how are the grits? And starts spooning it into his mouth, into his hat's mouth.
I still have a
Delicious.
hard time hearing Beepo and this hunk said in the same sentence. It's messing with me.
Mwahahaha.
And to think only a few months ago for us, he was a snot-nosed brat.
Was he really like a
Wasn't-
brat or just oblivious?
Well, he was still
He was
snot-nosed.
just unfortunate.
And that.
Aesyn saw the new Beepo.
Yeah, but now he's
In
like
the last
sitting
game,
next
right?
to you. You
Oh,
saw
okay,
him for
yeah.
like 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Enough that the question at the end of the game was Beepo? I believe. So, okay. But oh my god, but did Beepo meet Aesyn?
Oh, wait, were you Xeno or Aesyn back then?
And Valimar?
Xeno,
fair.
because I was
Xeno.
not in the game yet. That was before me.
Yeah.
Fair.
So it
Then
was
in that
still
case, we'll sit
Xeno.
down and be like, hey, what a miss. Hi.
Not much.
We found Aesyn.
Hi, Beepo.
Or Aesyn found
Hi,
us.
have we met? Sorry. Hi, Beedrick.
Yes, we
Nice to meet you.
have. Good to meet you too. And she'll shake his hand.
You look
Does
familiar.
the hat have a hand?
The hat does not have a... Hold on, let me roll
Oh,
for that, actually.
right.
Does the hat have a hand? On a 17 plus, the hat does not have a hand. The hat will just go...
It's,
Okay.
It would be a cursed hat.
The hat will just speak in the voice of Stephen Fry and will go, charmed, I'm sure.
Quiet. Yes. Oh, that's right. I didn't look like this the last time we met back in Valimar.
Hmm?
That's right. I'm Aesyn.
Yeah, I caught that when they all said that your name was Aesyn.
We met about 7 years ago in Valimar, but I didn't look like this.
7 of your years or 7 of my years?
7 of your years?
No, he's had
no,
different
not
years.
quite.
He's had different years too? Why can't we just have
7
the
years
same
of
years?
Ylos.
That
Just
was
standard
Xeno.
Ylos years.
Xeno. That was Xeno.
Yeah. This is the
Really?
improved version.
Yes,
I
helped
mean,
get
obviously.
her. I
like-
helped awaken and have Aesyn be her true self, but you knew her as Xeno.
Dope. Okay, so you're totally a woman now. That's right. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
You're a
Every
woman
bit.
now, right? I don't want to assume.
No, you got it right.
She, her? All the...
She, her.
Hey, congrats!
Everything.
Oh,
Dorks.
everything. Everything. I didn't need to know that, but nice. Well, yeah, on purpose. You didn't like fall into like a pit trap or put on a cloak of gender dysphoria or something like that.
No, on purpose. On
Cool.
purpose. Very deliberately, actually.
Oh, fantastic! That sounds great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been in dungeons and things like that before, where someone takes a bite and it's like, oh, look, it's a girdle of gender change, and like,
Well, we actually, that last time we were in the Feywild, we actually found an apple that did that exact same thing.
Oh, nice.
And I just never ate it. And then we combined it with an expired potion.
Oh,
and
that's
made
really
it
dangerous.
permanent.
That could have turned you into a goldfish.
It could have, but we didn't think it would.
I heard a rumor that
I
that's
figured
how...
it was safe.
Yeah.
You figured it was safe? Oh,
Mhm.
okay, cool. Well, I mean, you're a good wizard, so you'd know.
That's what I figured.
You
So,
look more lively.
Oh my god, I'm so much more lively. This is so much better. I really thought I was gonna die in my sleep last night. I fell out of the bed at one point, which is really hard because it was like an inch off the ground, and I thought I was going to die for a little bit. But now I feel good. I feel great. And it's all because of you, Tia Armstrong. Cheers.
Cheers.
What?
We'll hold up a glass of something. It's like, all I did was make sure you didn't die.
Yeah, you carried me across the Feywild. Thank you. My legs didn't work.
Yeah, I noticed.
Uh-huh.
I guess you're welcome.
I guess your thank you?
Sure.
Yeah. Why is it that wizards, like the old wizard traps always used to have really weird, like cringy stuff, like, you know, like rays of gender dysphoria and girdles of sex change and things like that? Isn't it? I mean, do you think they were just trying to work through some stuff themselves that they didn't have? Like,
Probably.
trying to work through some stuff they didn't have, like, the language to figure out, or...
I don't know.
I think everyone's just curious, and then when you have the power,
But it just seems weird to
kind
do it
of.
as a
As a
punishment.
trap for someone else and not like. Well, I think there's also been like some progression in the like ethics of test samples. So
I mean, no
I
offense,
think
but
we've
like,
come a long way.
I don't think I've ever seen druids have that problem. I mean, druids
It's
generally...
not really a problem.
Mummy, it's not a problem. I got I got hit with a ray of what was it? What was the spell? It was Mordenkainen's sexual disjunction or something like that. It's supposed to change your orientation. I got hit with one of those
Did
once.
it?
Well, that's the fun thing. If you're bisexual, it doesn't work. Oh no, I'm slightly more bi. Like, what?
Wouldn't it just make you more kind of ace?
Maybe a different version of that. I feel like that would be like maybe like a disjunction effect?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do we want to go plant ahead? Like,
Yeah.
I'm legit feeling sick. So if, like, maybe we can debate old sexual traps later?
Well, look, you might as well eat while you can. Lady Marine hasn't called us yet. She said that she would when she had her research done. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation. I'm not very hungry either, to be honest. My hat's hungry.
I am.
You should definitely keep your energy up, though. Who knows how long we'll be at this?
How are you enjoying being a chick? Good? It's going well for you?
It's a lot better, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot more fun.
You look better with, like, well, I guess you always had long hair, didn't you? You look better with the longer
I always
hair.
had really long hair.
But it wasn't like quite that
Yeah.
long. Oh, this looks really good. Oh, it's nice.
Thank
What
you.
conditioner do you use? Because I find like it's there's like a couple of
I think it's
brands
an
out here in the
elven thing.
Feywild.
I really think that one's a genetic one.
Is it just a genetic thing? Because I
Yeah,
like
It-
frizz.
because my dad's hair is less unreal, and then I have this, and she like lifts up some of her braids of like thick, coarse, like brown
Oh yeah.
hair.
Well, it's partly an elf thing, but it's also partly of just good. You know, I do use really nice stuff, so you know, I'll give you some. It's great. It's great. It works really well on thick long hair to keep it luscious and shiny.
We should really trade notes later. Although Tia, I might have something that can relax that, like a little bit, or like I might say there's some
It's
stuff in the.
fine.
You sure? Because like those centaurs were
Eh.
selling some stuff.
I'm really fine. I don't think mane and tail. I mean, it works on this sort of thing, and don't ask me why I know that, but yeah.
If your breakfast is done, Lady Marine is ready to speak with you now.
One of the Kaneen will say, approaching your area.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh boy. Do you go with her? Or go with
Fady is
into
like
the second?
running practically.
The music from the campfire fades away, and you find yourselves inside of Lady Marine's central chamber. And the central chamber, once again, is more of an archaeology site than a place of respite. The ground here is the only bit of uncovered soil in the entire encampment, and you can see that the bit of an excavation has been underway for years now. Lady Marine herself is dressed in a simple, dark blue blouse that hangs off of the shoulders. Her hair cascades over it. If I had to define her, she kind of looks like a mid-40s Liv Tyler. Dark hair, perfect ears, elfy as hell. Flawless skin, little e-girl nose that somehow just keeps going no matter what age she is. She's dressed in a pair of leather breeches and some surprisingly dainty ankle boots, and is sitting at a table, broad one, about 20 feet wide by about 15 feet deep, a giant rectangle, covered with alchemical and magical formulae and accoutrements. However, in the center of it, lying there, nearly 4.5 feet long, from chin to crown, is the head of Omesh, placed in a ceremonial basin, or more like a plate, gently, a large silver platter. It is not bleeding. The blood is coagulated at the stump of the neck, and has become more of a moss than anything, dripping very slowly, well, more like fuzzing into the platter. As you enter, she turns and looks around at you. Her eyes are ringed with shadow. Good morning. I pray you slept well.
It was restful. Done about well.
It was lovely, actually.
I have good news, and I have other news.
Tia raises her hand and goes, "Can we have the other news first?"
I was just gonna say that too.
I doubt we are the only ones who are going to be able to notice what is transpiring presently.
What do you mean?
You have brought an element of creation into this place. The head of Omesh, even being from a deceased deity, still holds a shard of creation inside of it. The presence of it, or by some twist of fate, this has accelerated the eruption of the God Fount. I expected that there would be several years left before it was ready to erupt on its own, but this has... How would you say, Cadamus will go, prime the pump? Yes, I suppose that is an apt metaphor.
So what's gonna happen?
It means that we can begin sooner than I would have expected. Make your arrangements. I believe we can start within a 2-hour.
That sounds like plenty of time. Thank you.
I hope so. We will go to the original site of the God Fount, which flows from here, but primarily it ranges from here to the fountain, the monument, directly to the west of here, just on the other side of the tent. As much as I feel that I'll have the tent relocated, and then we will prepare a ceremonial burial site. We should discuss how things will go. I will be present to help channel the magical energies. I could use a bit of help. I could use some arcane casters to guide me. I would feel good with at least 2 assistants. Beyond that, I think it may be for the best to have the cleric on hand. Lady Sunswan, for you to do the honors of prayer. Omesh may not be your god, but he is an ally of Vela. Perhaps your words will help awaken whatever dormant magic lies inside. What say you? Perhaps a miracle from your goddess would be enough to spark a bit of life back into the departed.
I can certainly try.
Do you think we should have something put in place just in case if, one, the resurrection does happen very quickly and it is a presence that is immediately hostile? Can we create something like a holding?
I can do my best to bind the energies, but if something does go terribly wrong, luckily I have nothing ventured here.
That is true.
Yeah, I love the vote of confidence. Great.
Have you fought a god before?
Um,
It's quite riveting. Would not recommend doing it twice.
I guess that's one of the only things we haven't actually fought, isn't it?
It's something that Nothing Ventured is known for. If I might
right.
say so, Miss Mars. She looks at you, glancing down at the shards of the Eye of Nyrn at the necklace at your neck. Remembering that, of course, it was Nothing Ventured that sealed Nyrn into the 3 Eyes of Nyrn about 500 years ago. 507 years ago now.
oh my god.
I can help with the binding. Or
Yeah,
not
I can help with the binding
help
too, if needed. Farrah will say.
Just do we need do you need certain things to prepare before that, like sigil work or anything like supplies?
Honestly,
Is
yes, that would be very
a
helpful.
good idea.
If you would be able to, I would love to have those of you who are well versed in arcanistry to help me apply sigils, as well as, of course, Lady Sunsworn. However, Malia, if you do not feel that your connection to the divine will be useful here, I imagine that Queen Tia's should be sufficient. As a druid, the natural world is simply as divine to Omesh as a divine connection. Perhaps even Aesyn's connection to the magic of the wild would be enough. Certainly,
I can try to help.
good. This close to a god fount, I would not put it past even one of the conduits of Nyrn. There may be power inside of you yet, Mars, that you could call down.
Tia's gonna pull off the Thorn of Arcadia off of where it's strapped to her back, and is gonna pull it out and kind of
Unwrap it.
yeah. Well, it's got a proper like sheath now, wrapping.
Oh yeah, it does.
Mhm.
In my head, it
She'll pull
always
it
has
out.
like the anime like bandage wrap
For dramatic effect, of course.
for dramatic effect. Yeah,
Yeah. So she'll pull that out, and we'll kind of look at it, and we'll hold it up and just sort of. I don't know if this can help with any of the channeling. I mean, I was blessed by Treleon or something and was shoved into a very powerful magic node for a while. I'm not sure if it'll help with guiding anything. If we have to
Oh,
direct the powers of the
Tia.
fount.
Marine will look at you.
What?
That sword was not blessed by Treleon. Not traditionally speaking, that is. My dear, you're thinking too small. The Thorn of Arcadia was one of Treleon's mantles. A vestige of his
What?
power. It was a symbol of divine authority. Yes, it will be quite helpful in channeling his power. I hope that you will be able to manage it.
I think I'm likely the only one who can currently.
Then let us prepare. We have much to do.
Kelly.
Yes.
So Aesyn's mark on her arm.
Mm-hmm.
I know it doesn't get brought up very often. Is it a visible one?
Yes, you have covered it with an arm guard this entire time.
Yes, that's right. And is she currently in pain?
It's not
from it?
comfy. It's not comfy. Think like a tattoo the next day. It's definitely itchy.
Okay. Does it look any different when it's like flare it up? Like, or I'm just
Yes.
curious.
It looks like you can see the blood bubbling up underneath it. Like it's actually
Okay.
being seared into your flesh actively.
Okay. Thank you.
Then let's get ready. We have much to do, and less time to do it in. And with that, I think this is a good place for us to take a break, folks, and assess our situation. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Whoop-bam. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Very brief talk to the chat. So brief that I'm not even going to bother putting like the episode timestamp on the YouTube thing. A quick reminder that if you would like an established Ylos land title, there's still time to get that for like 4 more days, where you can go and use the tip option here to become a registered landowner in Ylos. Yeah, we did it for April Fool's Day, but I'm actually giving out these PDFs. Did you purchase one, Traz? When did you purchase one? Okay, I still owe, I'm gonna put that on my to-do list right next to getting Soul Omen hers. But you can have your own title like Duchess Robin Halfard. And the eternal entity until proven otherwise known as Jehen Pitars, and others. Traz land claim. So basically you leave a tip here using our tip option, and then just tell me what you want. You can also join the Patreon because folks, we have a phantasmic game tomorrow, where we are going to have the first episode, well, the 0th episode of Technocracy Dominion, a brand new Mage of the Ascension game that's going to be ran here. That is kind of like what would happen if Succession had magic instead of just lots of cocaine. But there might be lots of cocaine. You never know. So it would be pretty dope. Besides that, does anybody have anything else cool? On Tuesday this week, we have the final game of Keys from the Golden Vault, where I'm going to be running some players through, what the hell is it called? Vidorant's? No, that's not Vidorant's Vault. It's Masterpiece Imbroglio, where they're going to try to go and steal like a violin or something like that. It's going to be great. Oh man, I really should have played in that game as HP Varmint, the fiddle warlock. Well, you live some, you win some, you lose some. So it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have another episode of Dark Ages Vampire, and then Thursday, I'm taking the night off. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna take a nap. I have a meeting with some people about a book that I'm working on that you can totally buy in a little bit. And then Friday, we're gonna hopefully be back with our final episode in Barovia of Vecna, Eve of Strahd, which will have 50% more Strahd than the previous episode at least. And then we're going back into our normal schedule. It's going to be a busy week, and then it's going to start to ease off after that. Thank God. But besides that, I'm going to yawn a little bit. I'm going to fawn a little bit. And anybody else have anything fun that they are wanting to check in on?
Can we do Art of the Carrion Queen?
Ooh.
What would it even look like?
I don't know. I'm thinking of just throwing it in the art refs, but I don't know.
So like she's like the Ylos version of the Raven Queen, right? So let's load up a side when I'm gonna go to Pinterest and go Raven Queen. Wow, the Raven Queen sucks. She's just like a mask with a raven on top of it. Who earns?
All I have written down is a woman on a bespoke throne with yellow eyes and yellow eyes.
With yellow thighs? Oh, here's a good one. Okay,
Eyes of
actually,
a Raven,
I found a
question
good
mark? I don't
avian
know.
death goddess. All right, hold on. Oh, Necro! I forget what 25 bucks gets you. Probably a kingdom. Hold on, check this out. Does that look like a Carrion Queen to you? I feel like it does. I'll share it in the chat too. So if you're not watching live, unfortunately, it's not my art, so I'm not gonna share it beyond that.
Yeah, that's the vibes. I
That-
have
that's-
note of Titan of Trickery and Death.
Yeah, that's pretty vibey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she's a Titan. She's not actually a god.
I'm concerned.
She's kind of a god. And she might have banged Nyrn.
I might.
Yeah, I noticed that part.
Yeah,
It's in my notes now.
I
If
might
it's in
do
any of these
a bit
notes,
of
it's official.
research.
That's the way it works.
I keep thinking that there was a question I wanted to ask about my scene, but I cannot remember what it was.
Hey, Christine, did that scene give you flashbacks to Mage LARP?
Just a little bit.
Can you have a penis-shaped mountain? Sure, Necro. Yeah. Land Clay.
Everyone refers to it as being the conspicuously phallic mountain.
It's Mount Johnson. Mount Don Johnson. Mount Nacro is it's a verb, so we can't put that. All right, folks. So Christine, I know that you have you have just kind of pushed yourself a little too far today and have a bit of a sore throat that's come up during the break. So let me know if you need type things if you can't speak. Okay. But in the meanwhile, I think it's about time that we hop back into game. Everybody good to go? I have some ideas for some fun stuff. All right. And without further ado, let's head back into Gizame here on Dork Tales. Marine snaps her fingers, and the magnificent tent collapses in on itself, folding over and over and over and over like a flag, down into a singular triangular piece of canvas, small enough to fit into a satchel sack. All of the belongings inside have been folded up inside as well, but the butlers, the Kineen, the dogmen who were working under her have continued existing outside, almost as if they were kind of under a tent when suddenly it was pulled over top of them. Directly beneath you, you can see the dig lines in the ground, the ancient ley lines, the ancient draws of power that have been sussed out through decades of intricate archaeology. Sitting atop a glowing disk of force is the head of the god Omesh. His skin is dark brown, the color of wet loam. Dirt clings to his cheeks and to his beard. He is neither handsome nor ugly, but sturdy, friendly, a god of harvest, a god of bounty. He has teeth the size of fingers. His head itself the size of each of your torsos. And even in death, there is a slightly benevolent smile upon his bearded lips. Marine begins directing you to what she feels will be the best way to set this up. However, Marine is old enough as an elven wizard of her level that she knows that she is not perfect. So I would like everybody who is aiding her to make me a roll, if you would like to. Those of you who are wizardly inclined may make me an arcana roll. Those of you who are religiously inclined may make me a religion roll. These are the only two rolls that will apply here.
I rolled an 18 with Arcana.
Oh, damn. Good job.
I had an idea. I specifically chose, when I was choosing my spells for the day, I had an idea of something to do to help aid this. So
Oh, sure. What do you got?
Well, Fadia has the Earthbind spell.
Oh, okay. So how does that work?
So you literally have magical tendrils reach out from the ground and the creature or object has to make a strength saving throw to not be bound to the earth. So,
Okay, so
Fade was gonna try and like literally help it be bound to the ground.
Okay,
plant
that
it.
sounds great. You absolutely can do that. That sounds great. Why don't you roll me your Arcana with advantage if you're going to use that?
Okay.
Okay. Everybody else. So 18. Mars, looking around,
18.
you are going to see that, and I'm going to roll for Marine. That is going to be a 32. Looking around, she is basically doing very... What you're looking at this, Mars, with an 18, you're looking at this and seeing that it seems like rudimentary energy channeling. Really basic stuff. Similar to digging like rain gutters. To have the natural flow of energy. Kind of slowly pool into a single location, creating trenches. But the more you look at it, the more intricate you see that it is. It is a simple magic, a simple type of ceremonial binding that is elegant in that simplicity. There's no reason to do something greater. There's no reason to pull out a force cage. There's no reason that it needs to be more complex. However, as you're making that Arcana roll, Mars, you are going to notice there is a rune that she uses there at the center of this sacred geometry that she is setting up. And we are going to very briefly flash back, Mars. As you, still a human, delved into the caves beneath Mong, taking the party known as Wanderlust with you, where you saw the statue of the goddess Nyrn with its glowing purple gem in its forehead. And there at the base of the statue, right beneath it, was that exact same binding rune. The one that Lady Marine, along with her party, used to bind the goddess Nyrn. All right, who got the next roll up? Let's go ahead. So, Robin, you were talking first. So, Robin, what did you get with your advantage?
I got an 18 because I rolled a 3 and an 8 on the dice.
All right, sounds good. With an 18 as well, you will see something different from this. You will not notice that rune in particular, but you will recognize that this is a fairly elementary binding, I should say. It should be functional. Your knowledge of God founts, it's a pretty rare phenomenon, but what she is saying is pretty standard. But as you are there, you're going to start to feel energy swelling from this site. The trenches that have been dug here are going to begin to glow slightly. First, a soft bioluminescence, as if the loam itself, as if the seeds and soil and the worms crawling through the Feywild soil are going to begin to glow. And then, as you are preparing these carvings, as you're preparing these runes, as you're preparing these like almost like lightning rods that she has you placing around the ceremonial circle, the energy is going to start to rise up, first as motes, and then is going to start to almost come up in small waves, cresting the 1 foot deep channels that have been carved into the ground. Aesyn, Tia, are either of you making a roll?
I did. I rolled a total of 11 with my 6 in Arcana because I rolled a 5.
Okay, total of that. This seems good. You know enough runes and arcane sigils that you are able to help copy some without a problem.
Cool.
Dirty 20 Arcana.
Dirty 20 Arcana. As you are looking around, you're gathering the same rudimentary layout here. But as you are doing that, you are going to keep glancing over as Farah inscribes runes around the circle. And as you look at her, you can't help but think back as you recognize some of the runes, the ancient magic that is inscribed here that Lady Marine has been studying for 500 years, a millennia. And out of the corner of your eye, you'll see one of the runes that Farah is carving. You will recognize it as one of the runes from the side of that jar that Wanderlust was using down in the Temple of Arak for you a week ago. The one that was trying to bottle energy from the god fount of Arak. The one that Farah used to heal Carrion. And something in your meeting with the Carrion Queen stirs in the back of your head. And what that may mean. Nearby, Beepo is doing the best that he can and is inscribing with similar rigidity. Before long, each of you is going to have the runes that are necessary inscribed at the right locations. Finally, Malia. What'd you get on your religion roll?
19.
19. You are going to double check everything. The names of Omesh and all of his epitaphs are eponyms. All of his names carved into the center here, as well as helping guide Tia to use the Thorn of Arcadia as almost a lightning rod for this. The head of Omesh is veined or vined to the ground by Earthbind, holding it in state, holding it in place. And as it does, as it is, you see the energy begin to rise. It is visible to all of you. The ground begins to pulse with the God Fount as it begins to shudder, as it begins to rise. And Malia, with a 19, you are going to notice something else. Out of the corner of your eye, you will see not only that the sun is beginning to set and a new sun beginning to rise in the strange and ephemeral fashion of the Feywild, but there is something about the city. You will notice that as you are inscribing these names, the ancient cracks and fissures in the walls that surround Islanor, they seem to be shoring themselves up gently. Little stones falling back into place where they crumbled decades before. And I will send you a private message real quick. So you would know that with your religion check. And slowly, as you roll that, Fadia, as you cast the spell to bind, Do you say something along with that to yourself? And is it quiet enough that others can hear?
She will. She won't be saying it loud, enough to people to hear, but she will say, "Thank you for helping me lift this up. Here, I'll help you reunite you with the soil."
As you say that, you're going to feel a presence next to you as a bearded dwarf looks over, and Cadamus will give you a bit of a frown and a nod. Good job. And will continue chiseling into the rock a rune. The ground will begin to shiver. It should be coming soon. I can feel the flow rising. I will stay centered to handle it. I will need at least a pair to help guide the energy in case I cannot. Prepare yourself. It is coming. And as she says that, there is going to be a thrum of energy beneath your feet. So much so that I would like a perception roll with disadvantage from everyone, unless you have advantage on hearing checks. Oh, actually, Beepo did it. What do you know? Good job, Beeps. Farah did not. Cadamus? Oh, Cadamus actually did.
Okay, so you said disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I botched, even though my passive perception is 19, and I'm so upset.
But
here we go.
I'm so sorry. As the ground begins to tremble. Did anybody get above a 21?
Yes, Christine and I both got over 21.
Perfect. Thank you for repeating that for me. As you are focused on the ritual, the rest of you are going to be focused. The energy is flowing and rolling at you. And it's at that point that you don't see what is behind you. Well, two of you do. A figure lands on the ground after sailing through the air, flying without wings. It lands on the ground. It has the dark, burnished purple flesh of a drow. Long ears, and a pair of nubs in the center of their forehead that would be horns if they wished them to be. The creature, the drow, the figure, walks toward the circle. Malia, you and Aesyn are going to see this figure approaching gingerly. Do either of you do anything?
I'm probably gonna turn to face this person.
I would say, as far as gender, it's fairly indeterminate. Let's say female, probably.
Can I insight check it?
Yes, you absolutely may.
Them?
Please.
Perfect. Here we go. Ooh, that's going to be a 21.
21? Perfect. The hands are outstretched, palms up. The creature looks like it wants to... She looks like she wants to talk.
Hello?
Greetings. All of you will hear this voice behind you. The voice is deep and resonant. I see that you are looking to undo what has been done by Fezerol's will. Allow me to introduce myself. I mean you no direct harm. I am Misurain, an envoy of Fezerol. Lady Hazal, I see that you have come to perform this blasphemy. Do you all wish to partake in this? Truly.
Yes.
I must warn you, whatever will come from the ground there is not the creature you wish it to be. That god is dead. And perhaps should remain buried. You do not know what will come next.
Then what do you suggest?
Everyone's going to starve if we do nothing.
Yes,
Unless
I
you're
agree.
mighty Fezorel.
Fezorel is the leader of our cause. But he is not my king. Prior to our binding, I was a powerful wizard, as well as being one of the people. This war tears us apart. I feel that the lines are becoming blurred. And I do not wish for any to die of starvation. I would ask let the dead lay dead. A covenant of agriculture must be undertaken. The mantle, the godhood, the domain of Omesh must be taken. Allow me.
To say I don't.
I will die before I let you do it.
You do not even know me, but perhaps that is the problem.
I can't say I particularly trust the word of a stranger right now on something this important.
That is understandable.
Your
Then
Fezorel
perhaps-
almost killed thousands and thousands of our kind, so...
Then I had hoped to come before you began this foolhardy ritual. The creature that you awaken may be more destructive than even one such as Yomanger. Or it may be benign. I am asking simply that you not leave that to chance. And if you do not trust me with that power, and I would warn you to not look at me as a monster merely for my status as a dragon. As I said, the lines between gods and dragons have already blurred, have they not, Miss Hazal? How about you shut your fucking mouth?
Oh. Did Farah say that?
Yes, Farah is going to say that.
Oh.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I know what Phaseril knows. I know that your husband has supped upon the nectar of the gods.
And I do believe that whatever happened around there, if it's what I think it is the only reason any of you are even here. So I don't think you have much of a leg to stand on. If anything, you owe him your allegiance. Some thinks this is.
Are you trying to make a persuasion roll there?
It can be. She's being very resolute and staring him down at this point.
So here's the deal. You have your allies with you. You so please against her give me a persuasion roll. I'll let you do it flat, having it balanced out from having your allies bringing you up from disadvantage.
Cool. I'm gonna put those dice in dice jail.
Put those dice in dice jail.
They are not nice. Those dice are in dice jail. So let me find another d20. There.
So how far away is everyone from the actual god fount head? Like how?
I'm assuming that you're
this
kind of like
area?
right around it, but let's go ahead.
Could this be intimidation, or is this persuasion?
Sure, yeah, it could be intimidation. Yeah.
Okay, intimidation turns it into a 10.
I'll spend your only something good happens to let you re-roll that.
Oh, actually, I have my inspiration.
True.
I forgot about that. Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, so go ahead.
Oh, that's slightly better. Okay, so and I'm gonna spend my determination that I've got.
Sounds good.
Just blow this all. I'm just gonna.
So put Marine there.
Okay.
Don't know what that is. Okay.
17.
17. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
That is using my determination.
Okay. Using your determination. They will look at you. Perhaps. Know that the majority of us have no ill will toward those who have come in the wake of the war. Humans, elves, gnomes, such fascinating beings. We wish no illness to befall them.
Yeah, here we
You
are.
literally killed a god that is for agriculture and are starving our people. How is that not ill will?
It was not intentional genocide. You must understand that in the previous age, something has upset the balance. The weaving of the universe has grown thin. These gods should not have as much of a tie to the world as they do. Not like this.
And yet they do.
And yet they do.
So
If-
you'll understand why we're a little reluctant to trust somebody associated with who killed him.
Yes.
Since apparently that side didn't think anything through or look at any evidence around them. We
I
have no
cannot
reason to
say.
trust you with that power.
I understand. In that case, then, I would ask, perhaps, one of you, or Lady Hazal.
What is it entailing?
Enter the God Fount.
To do
Assume
what exactly?
the power. or don't.
Kelly, question.
Yes.
Here's Tia's thinking, is she's got this thing that is a mantle of the dead god, which is where the fount is.
Mm-hmm.
We already have the head in place. And everything is set up for the thing. Like, if she's using it as like a lightning rod, can she do something to redirect it if she goes anywhere near it?
How so?
Like, she doesn't think that going into the fount is a good idea for any of us, because it's probably not great for mortals. But if she's got part of a mantle, can she... I'm not entirely sure, and she's not entirely sure, but she's looking around going like, okay, well, at least some of this energy will be sympathetic with what her sword is doing. Like, should I insight, arcane, religion?
Sure. Make me an arcana or insight.
Okay. She does not actually want to do this, but she's... yeah. God damn. Okay, so you said arcane... oh, insight.
Insight works.
13. That's a 13.
You know the fun thing about a lightning rod when they're magical based? Sometimes the rod calls the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the energy welling up around you as the sword is poised up. You can see the bloodstain where Treleon fell. His heart pierced by dragon claws. You could just... I'm gonna spend a drama bomb. You could just push it in and start the process like turning a key.
Can I?
Can Fade make an Arcana check or history about God Founts at all? And someone, like, mortals and entering it?
Yes, with disadvantage, because it is pretty rare.
Okay.
Like, we don't have a telepathic bond or anything. Nope, not in this game. No psychic
Not in this
link
game.
here for us to meet a... Damn it!
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
spend
tell
my
Fadia.
inspiration for the game to roll flat. And I'm gonna spend determination and hope my dice fucking don't betray me tonight. Like they have been. God fucking damn it, Dave. That's gonna be a dirty 20, I think. What is the...
So...
no,
to give
21.
you 21? All right. So a God
Yeah.
fount, for lack of a better term, because that's what I came up with, a God fount is the residual energy that builds up over time. It is a node created by the death of a god. The divine energy has to go somewhere. It doesn't displace back into the universe. Sometimes it does, but usually not. People think that it does. But what it actually does is it wells up across space and time until one day it erupts again. Oftentimes, with serendipity, if it finds a host, it can imbue them with the domains of the deceased god. It's finding a superpower, right? Like, it's like finding a Green Lantern ring. It's being blessed by whatever you stumble across. It's how Dempsey's became a god. He fell out of a boat. And was absorbed or washed overboard and woke up a god because he ended up near a god fount when he drowned. It's what happened with White Hand. And through this arcane ritual, you have basically jump-started this god fount. That said, it could just obliterate you out of existence.
Can I sleight of hand attempt to do that if the energy's already starting to build up with the sword?
Oh,
it has
you
to
don't
go
need
somewhere, and I don't want...
You don't need a sleight of hand. You just need to do it.
Okay, I just didn't want them to notice it was happening.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
If you don't think it needs it, and like I can just will it, but I feel like this is gonna need some sort of motion, or she will feel it does, because you know magic has some.
Oh, basically you just need to go like this.
Somatic. Yeah, so she's gonna try and do it in like a slightly more subtle method.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay, that is a slightly better roll for me. Yay! I rolled above a 10. That is a 15.
15. All right. 15. Okay. Do you do what, Robin? I can't have multiple windows open at once. What's going on?
I'm asking the group, not you. Don't worry. It's okay.
I hear a dog.
Faye's gonna jump into the god fount. Fuck it. That's what she would do.
So this is basically simultaneous. Tia's activating it with the sword, and Fadia's going Geronimo.
Yep.
Okay.
YOLO.
So, I love that Fadia went from I'm going to help this god come back to life to I'm going to steal his life force.
Rather than let the dragon go for it?
That's fair. All right, so can I get, so that's going to create a, do I have a noise for this? I think I do. I think it goes something like this. Stab and there we go. A explosion of energy is going to lurch out. I would like strength saves from everyone inside of this area. Tia, make yours with disadvantage. And Fadia, do me a favor and make me a charisma save.
Okay. It's not terrible. It's not negative.
It's not negative.
I must spend my determination.
Okay, to make that a what?
18 plus 5? Plus 5, right? Yeah, 23.
Yep. 23. Okay, I'm looking for a, from Amy, I'm looking for a 20 on the strength save.
Yeah, so I rolled double 5s on my disadvantage.
Oh no.
So that's going to be an 11.
Okay, you are going to stab it to the ground. There's going to be a pulse wave of energy that's going to knock you down. You are going to take, oh boy, some damage from this. However, there's going to be an eruption of energy. You are going to take, oh, actually, you're going to take 15 points of radiant damage. That's it. I rolled super low. You got so lucky.
Lucky after being unlucky. All right.
Yeah, well, I rolled percentiles to see how many, at least 100 damage to you. And I rolled 15. So congrats. A pulse of energy is going to go through you. Everybody else, it is a DC 15 strength save. Anybody who fails is going to be knocked prone. Beepo is knocked prone. Cadamus is absolutely not. Farah is not. All right. Marine is not. Oh, she's tough. She got strong thighs. Anybody from the party, raise your hand if you got knocked prone. Oh god, you guys are all tanks. Oh, Tia got knocked prone. Yeah, fair. But Tia put it in. All
yeah,
right.
and she's holding on to the sword
She's
too,
holding
so
on.
she's like, chunk.
If I would have had to make a strength throw, I probably would have failed because Fadia's weak as fuck, but I used charisma.
Charisma. All right. Chorizo, can I find out? Fadia, what'd you get on your chorizo roll?
23. Thank you for the determination usage.
Okay. You hurl yourself toward the center of this. And there is a burst of energy as you connect with the source. And as you do, you are going to feel yourself pulled out of body for just a moment, Faded. And it is there, on the other side, that your vision vanishes. Everything fades, even your true sight begins to burn through. And you see darkness surrounding you. On the other side of it, energy flows around you. The ground beneath you is the corpse of an immense elf. Beautiful. His heart ripped out. Blood flows from the wound, but the blood that flows from the wound is cerulean energy that slowly becomes purple. As you wander toward it, you feel little motes of energy reach out and begin snaking around your appendages. Lying next to the body, lying next to this immense form, or lying on its chest, nearby, lying on the opposite breast, I should say, is the rooty head of Omesh. Do you walk forward? Up the legs toward the chest?
Yes.
As you move closer, this ancient, dead creature is more ivory in statue than anything else. And as you walk up toward its chest, you can see the flow pouring out of this hole. Next to it is the head of Omesh. But it would be just as easy for you to reach inside and seize whatever is causing that flow. Or you could pick up the head and plant it instead.
Well, she's 100% gonna pick up the head, put it in. This is not her power, but if she can try and direct it.
As you pick it up, the roots will begin to slowly grow over your fingers. And as you lower it, the eyes are going to flutter open on the decapitated head of Omesh. I do not know what I will become. I suppose that is the way of all life. Thank you, my mortal friend.
It's the least I could do. Thank you for your sacrifice.
And as you lower it in, the world is going to grow bright and white again. And as we pass outside once more, we find ourselves outside in the ruins. And the God Fount will erupt and empty itself into the head of Omesh. As you see energy bleeding off of Fadia's eyes, wrapping around her, imbuing her. How unfortunate a voice behind you says, "I must not let this be." And slowly, as you, well, in slow motion, as you look behind you, this creature, this drow, steps forward. And one by one, inch by inch, its limbs begin to stretch and grow as it swells and transforms into an immense shape. A dragon with moonstone green flesh and a swirling corona of energy around it, and fractal sigils glowing with arcane power. And I think that is where we're going to call this episode, preparing to fight this monster next episode. Mwahaha. As we see the final resolution of what happens. Fadia, you are going to gain a special boon from this. Which I will have to devise. But it is going to be, from this, you're going to gain a permanent gift.
Ooh.
That is going to be directly from the amazing book known as Osric's Histories of Heroism.
Amazing. Where can you find such an amazing book?
Oh my god, you can totally find it up on our
Stream Elements totally has done a great job of putting the link there.
Oh wow, it really did. Good
yeah,
timing.
right? The timing was excellent.
Good job. So Osric's Road Histories 1.1. That is where we're going to call it here. I hope you guys had some fun with that. You did it. You planted the god. So long as you survive this fight, it's done. It's done. And whatever, que sera, sera. So I'm going to do my best to kill you. In the meanwhile, it's good, right? I think it's pretty good. I like this fight, or this fight song is called Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
And, Highway to the Danger Zone. So it's going to be a great fight next episode, or it might be a 5-minute fight, depending on if Malia uses some information that she was given in PM. And strangely, to finish this, oh god, actually, the way you guys jump-started that, I don't even know if you guys need to... You basically just need to survive at this point.
Yeah, it's not always easy either, so you know.
Yeah, I feel like if you survive a couple of rounds with Mizraine, then she might just leave. Because once it's obvious...
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens next episode. Here, in the meanwhile, yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of thinking of her point of view. She's a pragmatist, if nothing else. But we'll find that out next episode.
Do I really want to do this?
What's that?
She's like, do I really want to do
Do I really
this?
want to...
Like,
Is this gonna... Is fighting gonna solve anything besides getting me killed? Interesting.
Time to kill a dragon and forge a new weapon out of its body.
Oh no! It's the worst. I hate it. Hey folks, you know what I don't hate though? It's you, and it's all of our friends over on patreon.com/dorktales. That's right, Patreon is the place to be. Tomorrow night, it's where you're going to be able to see the first episode of our new Technocracy game, but it also is where you're going to see a bunch of additional content, like next week, not this coming week, but the following week, there's more Descent into Avernus, where we're going to be breaking down how to change everything about chapter 1, because it is a doozy. You'll also be able to support the channel directly. I have some podcasts that are going up soon. I have a long overdue one with Cal that I recorded. I had one with Chicken Charlie that I recorded, but it's gone missing. So that's why it wasn't a podcast last month. I know, right? It's really sad. It was a good podcast. We complained a lot about the government. I'll have to get them to meet up again. But my favorite thing is that I get to eat. So if you like me eating and having electricity, join the Patreon. Join the likes of our divine producers, my mom and Shikonde Vermilion, our demonic producer, Sorcerer Sanguine, our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin Duchess Karasha Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster makers, Soul Omen and Larouk, and I will have to figure out what Soul bought. I think you bought a living god status, so good for you, Soul. And our High Council, Terran, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, the entity known as Chef Aladeth, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Lost Hero, Nihilus, and Cookie Mon Steve, which is a fantastic name. Folks, Shards of Nyrn will be back in 2 weeks on its regular time on Tuesday, the whatever is 2 weeks from Tuesday. We love you very much, and we can't wait for a big fight. We will see you next time here on the Shards of Nyrn. Be sure to come by on Patreon to watch that first episode of Technocracy, and for the rest of the channel, you'll be able to come back and see Golden Vault on Tuesday, followed by Transylvania Chronicles on Wednesday. I love you big much. Good night, everybody.